Hello and welcome back to Heart. This will be our second session, and I think we will start it by updating our foretellings, which are
All right.
the story beats that you choose to pursue this game. Because remember, you have your callings, and
Yeah.
while I think Kat is looking it up on page 23 of the PDF,
Hint,
Oh my
comma,
god!
hint.
let us hear.
That was a subtle hint.
Wow!
Let us
wow.
hear from
Well, Kat
I
is
don't
doing
feel called
this.
out at all.
Perhaps you want to choose story beats that don't prevent you from, I don't know, choosing a blood bond with us.
Look, it's not my fault that your stupid bloodborne means that I have to go and stab my god in the back. Okay. Just saying.
Yes, it is. I've thought about your suggestions. No, it's entirely your fault.
PDF.
Meanwhile,
I'm
Brian,
opening it.
what are
All
the
right.
beats you're pursuing?
So now that we're somewhat deeper into the game and that I have a sense of how this works, I've chosen a major beat of meet an emissary of the heart and learn from them. I think that this is a perfect thing for post-labyrinthine poking around. And of course, perform a rite at a place of power, tier 2 or deeper. Because
Okay.
I'm all about whatever those rites are.
So
I
I
have no idea what rites are.
think that I would probably advise you to pick the second one to be different because we're still in tier 1 and we might not make it to tier 2 in this
Okay,
session.
cool. Yep, no, that's excellent.
While you think, Glycan, what are your beats?
I have chosen a minor beat of deny yourself an opportunity due to your order's beliefs, and a major beat of repair or make amends for major damage that is in some way your responsibility.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will largely rely on you to specify what the Hound's beliefs are, because, it's somewhat vague in the one-page description, but that's
Yes.
always on purpose.
I would assume, or like the way that I would think about it is that the Hound's beliefs are, like your typical like try and help people, because like the Hounds are an organization from the above world, so it's like they're generally going to be like a good, like we are going to try and keep this civilization alive, keep things thriving, not let things go too much to do.
Right, so protect the people, basically.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, and Brian, what was your replacement choice?
So I was thinking about taking Fallout just because that's a certain thing, and then I realized that no, following a long ritual named the Heart. Only refer to it as this name from now on, because of course
Of course. Cool.
I'm in a ritually mood.
That works.
This is going to end.
Yes. Kat, have you chosen the story beats?
I have chosen, and you're gonna love it.
Would you mind also adding them to the foretelling?
Oh man! Oh, add so you don't actually.
Replace.
Replace, yes.
I'll replace. Okay.
But yes, do tell me what they are.
Gain authority within a faction that can help you learn more about your goal.
I see how it goes.
Kat has already planned out the next session.
Yep. So basically, you've seen this dangling plot thread and went, ooh, a sweater.
Basically.
Yep.
I am going to rule the labyrinth. It's really what my key actually is. And I can't actually decide here whether or not I want to evoke my master's name to get something you want, because I actually don't think anyone down here gives a fuck about my master. So I thought I would go with forge a friendly or romantic relationship with an NPC. And if I could actually manage that, then I think that that's probably worth something.
Okay, and so
Okay.
have you added it to the file? To the...
I am doing so. There we go.
Hooray.
Okay. Cool.
So we should probably recap.
Should we though?
Yes.
Like,
So
I'm wondering
with
whether we
foretelling is
can.
done, I am going to not forget to click this button and see if it actually does something for us.
Mysterious music.
It does.
4 seconds in.
Yeah, I'm hearing stuff.
Okay, I'm not yet, but that is fine, I guess.
Ooh,
Well-
I can hear it. It actually connects with
it
Billios
starts
really well, actually.
It is asynchronous, I guess.
Cat creates a mashup.
Cool. Done. Moving on. Yes. When we were here last week, we ended on something of a cliffhanger. Oh, hold on, that's a bit loud. Where Cat, or should I say the Unclaimed, has been
Duh.
claimed by the labyrinth.
Ms. Unclaimed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Dano and Jed were left stranded outside, wondering if they would ever see her again. So I think let us start with that unlikely duo.
Aye.
There's been noises of scuffling from inside. And
So-
nothing.
So we, as Jed runs away from the encounter, the followers that were after us, he sees Dino following behind, but then notices that the Unclaimed is not following behind, and so he kind of like stops and turns, knowing that he's like it doesn't appear that we're being followed, and just like, where is she?
I know not. It sounds like... Well, I mean, can we make out what's going on, or is it just scuffling?
I mean, she was behind you, and you were being charged by angry labyrinthines. So it's fairly easy to figure out the gist of it.
It sounds as if...
Also, I don't see Glycan anymore. Magic.
It sounds as if she has been taken by the labyrinth. Let us... We are from the outside the labyrinth, right?
Basically, yes. The labyrinth is ever growing, and you see signs of work being done around you, but also it is a largely unobstructed tunnel behind you now.
Excellent. So, Jed, I propose that we make a cup of tea here and see if the Unclaimed can return to us soon.
I think
I'm going to refresh
we
this
should turn back.
because it is not great.
And assist.
we've already left behind one person. My comrade Ned that we left hanging behind for death. I'm not doing that again with someone that I can consider an ally.
I would remind you that this so-called ally chose not to swear a pact with us. But if you feel compelled to do so, then I will support you. Lead on.
She did not swear for her reasons, just as I did not swear at start.
Yep.
So
Lead
I
on.
understand her bargaining, and I head back into the labyrinth, trying to find our way to Cat.
I follow full of regret.
Okay, so you're trying to trace the steps of the labyrinthines that have carried Cat away. Or unclaimed. A solid
You can
plan.
tell that he's new, is really what I'm saying. He doesn't
Yeah.
tell it stands.
I can't get your video feedback at all. I've tried refreshing
Yeah,
the
I
screen.
don't know.
Okay.
I tried refreshing and
Internet
yeah, that
is
I'm
being
working
internet.
on.
That's fine. Cool. So, would either of you like to make a discern plus Warren roll to track the locals?
No.
Sure.
No, I would not.
So the difficulty here would just be regular challenging because while you're trying to find your way into the very middle of the labyrinth, you're following a group of people.
Perfect. I have Warren, and I believe that is it in terms of this. In my sheet back.
Does Dano have anything useful?
I have no applicable skills to this situation.
Okay.
I also have no applicable, like, had we sworn something to support each other, then yes, I could have totally done. Nah,
Nope.
I'm here for moral support. See,
Excellent.
I'm helping.
So 2 dice, 1 for regular, and then the +1 for the mastery,
That sounds
or
right.
for the.
No, not mastery, the domain, or the
Yes.
skill, whatever we have.
Rolling the dice ellipsis.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, you are fairly confident you are following them without major issues, and you will catch up to them soon, but not sooner than they get to the middle of the labyrinth. So basically not a lot of time passes between the unclaimed being deposited on the plinth in the very middle, surrounded
Such
by
a lovely word. Such a lovely word.
multiple passages all alike, that the rest of the group shows up out of one of them. And you thought you were going to get a spotlight session all to yourself.
Wait, what?
They
what
showed up.
turns up? They just rock up to the center of the labyrinth but this really is a shithouse labyrinth. I was right this whole time.
They could just follow the group of people.
What kind of ridiculous labyrinth is this? They could find me so quickly. Okay, well that's easy. Boom.
Aha, now you have to go back.
Well, there's actually 2 challenges here, though. There's the challenge of now we must find our way out, and there's also the challenge of retrieving your supplies.
Oh yeah, supplies are entirely gone. They, as a reminder, they took absolutely everything that could be used as mapping supplies.
But you guys had supplies, so like, did you not do something on the way down through?
No,
We found you.
we found you.
Also, so as you moved
I'm
in
surrounded by
closer to
amateurs.
the middle of the labyrinth,
How are we going to rule the labyrinth if you guys didn't take notice of how you got here?
so on the outside, it is.
No, sorry. The point I was trying to make, Kat, is that your fallout can only be cleared if you can find your supplies. Also, you need to note your fallout on your sheet.
Yes, please keep track of
Yes.
all the supply, all the fallout is up.
Now I understand. Okay,
Yeah, no,
now
like,
I
it-
understand what you're saying.
So yes,
So-
if you do well, so you have 2 options to get rid of it. Either you track them down, or you, in a heaven, you forego recovering
My supplies.
D8 amount of stress to your supplies to instead get rid of this fallout of essentially you're buying the supplies. Buying
So fallout, all
the
supplies
80%.
gone.
I'll go find the actual one.
Yeah, it's in the chat. Yeah, so as I was
Oh,
trying to
is
say,
it? Okay, cool.
on the outside of the labyrinth, it is stonework, right? It's bricks, and they seem to have there seems to have been some sort of buildings here and there, long since abandoned. So there's like wooden walls and masonry. As you get deeper into the labyrinth, you had to crawl through somewhat the same things, but also just planks of wood hammered into the walls, and you see here and there, you hear hammering and sawing, and you see people essentially multiplying the number of passages by building in between them, by just adding things. In a few places, they're knocking down walls to replace the structure. It's all growing almost like a fractal.
Yeah, right. That's amazing.
So yes,
Wait, almost like a fractal or like a fractal? Can we use this to get out?
well, so you even see a couple of people walking here and there.
All right. So, what are we doing then? Are we going to start rolling our way out of here?
Well, you can just try walking, or you can try talking to people. I don't know.
Okay.
So is this a place where you wish to resolve your grievance with the labyrinthines, or do you wish to carry on cutting your losses?
No, I think we need to resolve this once and for all.
Then we will support you.
Just as well, because you see, like one of the people doing work in the tunnel lay out a razor wire. Basically, they're setting up traps, as well as other things.
I think you've annoyed them, though.
I think I may have annoyed them.
No, you inspired them to make a better labyrinth with traps.
Thank you.
This
At
time.
least they're actually taking this seriously now. Like I feel like this is a good thing. I, for one, would hate to have a labyrinth with the heart that wasn't actually living up to its reputation. Like, this is terrible. You can't do that. All right. So I guess we're going to go and start talking to them.
Okay.
I don't really know what we're going to say. I don't really know how we're going to go about this.
You're the
So
compeller.
This is your show.
There's a group of labyrinthines slaving away, making splitting the tunnel diagonally so that you'd have to crawl over some planks or under some planks. And they are muttering to themselves, or as you listen closely, you realize it's one of them that's muttering quite loudly, and the other two are listening in and just kind of mostly nodding assent every now and then.
Right. Well, I'm going to regret this, but I walk up to them in a very much a posture of I want to talk.
They pay you absolutely no attention.
Friends, how would you like to incorporate more esoteric designs in your labyrinth? I can show you patterns that muddle the mind and confuse even the wary.
Sure,
I'm backing you up.
They'll get you some glances.
I would like to exchange these designs for forgiveness from my comrade here. She knows not of what she speaks, and through our efforts... Good.
This is classic. This is a classic move, can I just say? Like, this is a well-honed conversation.
Why do you think I paused there, Kat?
I'm just pointedly staring at him at this point.
Okay, so you are offering to essentially buy forgiveness for
Yes.
unclaimed.
So I'm doing a compel and
I
to
think
to introduce occult elements to buy forgiveness.
Well, so I think the buy is a operative word there. Do you have an occult resource you'd like to incorporate into the structure?
Besides my knowledge? Like,
Yes.
what I was offering is to do a ritual or to incorporate ritual elements. No, I have no resources
Okay.
worth mentioning. Well,
so
I
if
do
you're
have
willing
an
to-
occult resource, but it's not mine. So,
Right.
no.
I mean, you can absolutely spend it before you get
I
to the
could.
red market.
Do I look stupid?
No comments.
Loaded question.
Okay, so you're offering to instead work with them.
Yes.
Cool.
To incorporate witchy
Okay.
Liberty
Well, that sounds interesting. So let us go with that. It will take a few hours
Yep.
of you getting there, like with the hammer and a chisel, and just.
Yeah.
So as you walk with them, the lead labyrinthine, he has 2 pairs of horns.
Yep.
Like one on the head and one like on the shoulders. Is clearly giving orders to others, and he is talking almost non-stop about creating a perfect labyrinth that would be so complex that by walking the only valid path through it, one would achieve enlightenment.
This I can help you with.
So yes, if you want to make it more confusing, you absolutely can.
Oh, no. Like, I want to actually do what he's muttering about to make it a labyrinth of enlightenment rather than a maze.
Cool. So, but as
We've
I
all
said, this
achieved
is
enlightenment.
several hours at least of
Yep.
labor. Jet and Unclaimed, what do you do in the meantime? We'll get to rolling dice in a bit.
How are you sabotaging my attempt to help you? Let's be really clear.
Yes. Also, can I just point out, in case this wasn't apparent yet, that we will go to the place where people are compelled to build labyrinths, and build labyrinths with them is a great way to be compelled to build labyrinths forever. Yes,
I
we're clear on
understand that.
Keyword compel.
I understand that, but we were not compelled, so we can walk away at any time. It's fine.
Sorry. Let's just be clear. What you're saying is we can stop anytime we want to. We can
That's
give it up.
exactly. We can absolutely
yep.
give it up anytime
Yep.
we want to, and this is fine. And I would certainly like to start striking up casual conversation about how amazing labyrinths are, or more specifically, how amazing labyrinths could be with the people that we are working with.
With the same group of people or with different one? Because, you can hear
Oh no, I'm
people.
sticking pretty close to where Brian's at this point. We are. I'm keeping an eye on this because at the end of the day, I do actually want my supplies, and so it's kind of this whole ego versus supplies thing that's going on in my head right now.
Okay. Well, so you're trying to ingratiate yourself to the local population, right?
Absolutely.
I think I will say outright that it will be a risky roll, because you are literally the enemy right now.
But they're taking my advice. They're making their labyrinths better.
Uh-huh. No, you can absolutely try to get them to like you. I'm just saying
All right,
it will be
that's what I'm
slightly
trying. I
complicated.
am trying to get them to like
You can try to get them to like you, but right now they don't like you.
I just realized that I've just been hit by a fallout, so we'll need to deal with that.
Oh no.
after.
Have you been... What?
So I am suffering from major meat. Everyone is just meat to you. Dull, worthless.
Yes,
soulless.
and you're working with them. Awesome.
Yes, and I'm
thank you
working
for
with
reminding me. Well, let's...
It's fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
deal with Cat first.
Yeah. Although hopefully I will fix the mundane part. But yes, we will.
So how many dice do I get? My
Well,
risky roll?
So, you are doing Compel plus Warren. Do you have
I
either
have
of those?
compel.
So you have 2
I have
dice,
compel.
and it is a risky roll. So higher die will be discarded. Which is not great. But you could get lucky.
Lucky enough.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So I will...
I'm no longer enemy number 1. I'm enemy number 2.9.
You do, however, get 5 mind stress.
Oh man.
So, boop, boop. let us see how that shakes out. Which will mean that you have exactly 12 stress total. I did not roll
That's an
under
unfortunate
12.
number.
So, Kat, may I suggest
Mine's stress now.
for future reference that both of us just put in as our story beats suffer major and minor stress?
I think so.
you can do that
Actually,
once.
I think that's.
It is a bit of a
Type
gimmick.
that you have to.
It's us.
It is definitely yours.
Okay. Well, so I think I will go with... Yes. So as you're doing this, you have to actually talk to them and not just talk at them, because you have to adjust your message to what it is they're doing.
Work
and
with them.
Talking to
this
people
constant
and
I
listening.
muttering
I know. Just,
made out of
is
everyone
just getting
like,
to you
go
just a
back.
tiny bit.
The unclaimed puts away her signs and has a conversation.
Exactly.
So you will have a major fallout, which is not in the book, but we will make it up.
Oh no.
You are now a labyrinthine.
You've become one of what you hate.
Wait, who's the labyrinthine?
You.
That's amazing.
You
And
are
it goes
not
into your fallout.
entirely committed to it just yet. That would be a critical fallout of you just give up everything and go doing this as the only thing you want to be doing.
Yep.
But
Her major downside is she found a home.
I know. How good is this? Anytime I want to just come back and sort of like slip back into the labyrinth, then
will
I
now
can do that. That's fantastic.
feel like you need to, well, build a labyrinth around anywhere you rest. Which may cause issues at any haven you stop at.
Maybe. But I can always create like a mini labyrinth that I take with me, like a pocket labyrinth, one might think. And I can use it to design my new labyrinths and then take it back and show them and say, look, see, look how amazing this is.
And you build scale models out of shoeboxes around your bed.
I do. And it looks amazing.
And this is not going to cause us any issues whatsoever.
No issues. I see no reason at all to be an issue.
So
And
yes,
you do get to clear
We
some
get to the
stress.
final destination, and then Kat's just like, oh, let's go back to the labyrinth. Let's go to the top.
Yes, clear 6 stress. And,
Clear 6 stress. All right.
yes.
So Glycan, would you like to do anything to make your life worse? Sorry, better?
No, better, thank you. Labyrinthines are making things better. Okay, we were very clear about this from the get-go.
Jed essentially is just standing there guarded because these are people that just recently attempted to attack the group, and so he's like weary, looking around. He's very happy that he feels like he is feeling better as a hound, that he did not just leave someone behind.
Yeah.
He does take note that the unclaimed is starting to feel a little more claimed. And is getting worried about that.
Yep.
So, yes. Kat, I think you can remove grievance from your list of fallouts because you're now one of them. It's fine. It is perfectly
Everything's
okay.
fine.
I just
hey-
actually added it to my fallouts because I
He
thought,
went from being their enemy to their best friend.
So
does that mean I get my supplies back?
That's a fair question.
Can I get rid of my supplies for that now? Fine, we actually see that you're amazing. Here, have your supplies.
Here's your
But they
map
are,
back.
but they are keeping one bottle of the golden
Oh.
ink.
Oh no.
No,
It's been destroyed.
Oh, it's been destroyed.
All of your... Those things are heresy. But here, they
did
will
you
do a
design
very...
that?
it's not really a ceremony, but you're given a mini broom and scissors.
A mini broom and scissors.
We got rid of all of your stuff. Here's some scissors.
In my
because there
memorial
are
of
other
us.
smartasses just like you who use string to walk across. And no, that is not allowed.
I love it. No, that's perfect. All right, so I keep my supplies full out until I actually get rid of it. The grievance is gone. So I've got 2 fallouts right now. All my supplies are gone, and I've got labyrinthine.
Well,
and that's
your
it,
mapping
right?
supplies are gone.
Oh, so the rest of my... I've got the rest
they didn't
of
take
my
your
bag,
food
though.
or like,
Oh,
ropes or
okay,
anything.
right. So just my inks and my...
Yeah.
So no more dead rabbit pelts is what you're telling
Correct.
Correct.
me. All right, okay.
So yes, I'm going to be turning my design into a ritual, so that this labyrinth turns into an actual labyrinth that you walk as part of a heart naming ritual. We will stamp a name onto the heart by walking it.
Okay. So, well, first of all, you did have that fallout that meant that when
Yes.
you interact closely with people, you must do...
Although I will question, are these folk mundane?
Yes. They're just
Okay.
slightly crazy.
They're just slightly crazy. Yeah, fair enough.
They're not in any way magical. No.
Yeah, so then let's hit me with that fallout first, and then deal
And
with
then we'll move on.
Yes. So
well, and then
endure
deal
plus
with getting
Warren
more
roll.
fallouts. I'm sorry.
Endure plus Warren to deal with the meat fallout of...
Sure.
Oh my god, you
Challenging?
just... yeah, it's fine.
Great.
Oh. Well, that would...
That's D6 fallout for me.
Well, that's D6 stress for you, not fallout.
Sorry. Yep.
Yep, you take 2 mind stress.
All right. Now let's get a sense of. No, it's echo stress.
Okay, once per situation, you can just make it echo. Yep. Which means your total stress is 5, and I'm gonna
Yep.
roll to see, and you're fine. No fallout for you.
Yep. All right. And so now I ritual. So this is very much me going. Your labyrinth can be enlightening, and we can name the heart because I'm crazy too. And that we can stamp the name of the heart in with every footstep.
So to be
We
clear,
do not
you
need
want...
side passages. We can confuse the mind and name this place.
Jed's guarded this now turns towards. Yeah.
So, as you're walking there, another group of labyrinthines stops by, and they engage in basically polemic with each other about
Yep.
what you're doing and whether it is the right thing to do. Because this
Yep.
other group of labyrinthines, they want to make labyrinth so complex that time itself couldn't find its way inside. And hey, if heart can't find its way inside, that's... Well, hold on. Are you trying to make the labyrinth of the heart or against the heart?
I'm trying to name the heart. I'm trying to know.
You're trying to
I have.
comprehend the heart via qua labyrinth.
I am trying to impose comprehension upon the heart, qua labyrinth.
Sounds risky to me, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, occult plus Warren, and let's go.
Can I
no,
help?
it's
Can I back him
so,
up with a compel?
Warren is not a wait. Warren is a skill.
Warren's domain. That's where you are.
No,
that's...
occult is a domain.
Oh, oof, yes, you
So,
are...
I'm going to go with compel.
Occult is fine, and, well, no, discern, right? You are...
Nope.
No?
I am not discovering.
You're
I am imposing.
I agree. Okay, cool.
Okay, can I back him up?
How good are you at ritual witch magic?
I'm very good at compel.
Well, I mean, let's be clear.
If you would like to volunteer to be a ritual
unclaimed-
component, you
the
absolutely can.
unclaimed has like ravening knowledge
Yes.
in it, so the other thing I'm doing is I'm incorporating my
Oh my god!
Well, of course. That's
Look,
how your
okay,
magic works.
I will
yeah,
look.
that's how my magic works.
So if
I
the unclaimed
will
would like
come-
to volunteer to be...
I
a component.
Soon as blood is
to
involved.
act with you that involves the creation of this labyrinth, involves the discovering of this name, right? Okay.
Oh no! I'm not making a pact with it.
Are you sure? Because we could do that, is what I'm saying.
Let's get through this first, and then you and I can talk.
All right. You do you.
Well, so
Are you helping name Labyrinth?
Am I helping?
Sorry, helping name the heart.
I'm tempted to say this before you roll, that just making a roll and to kind of impress the locals, right? To do some ritual on it is cool. But if you want to know to comprehend the heart, to impose the name on the heart, some sort of a ritual sacrifice will be required.
Okay.
Preferably occult resource, but options.
Then you know what? That's cool. I will be using my Sacred Athame for this.
Which is
A equipment D6, cruel to witch. It's my character, my weapon,
right.
and I will be using it, and then now consecrated, bury it in the center of the labyrinth, such that my blood can be nailed to this labyrinth.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I think you may be as an alternative, right? You can bury your tool, but that's also burying your tool. Because we're talking about using your blood to paint the labyrinth walls, I would accept taking D6 blood stress.
Done.
Okay, so we'll start.
I like having a weapon. Yep.
Yes, we'll start with D6 blood stress because that's just part of the ritual.
That's part of the ritual.
Boom. 2 more blood stress for you, please.
Yep.
And rolling for fallout, and you're fine.
You're fine.
Now,
Your blood is all over the labyrinth wall.
Plus
But you're fine.
roll.
Yeah. So, unclaimed, Jed, are you helping with this?
No.
Yes.
If you help with this, then
That's exactly the harebrained kind of scheme that I'm into.
then
So
we, as a group, may decide upon the name that we call.
I agree.
You
Let's
seem
do-
decided on this name of calling it something already.
Oh, I haven't actually thought about what to name it.
No. We just know we are going to name it.
Yeah, we just know
we
that
haven't
we're
come up
going
with a
to name
name yet. We just know that we have to be the ones that do this. And as a labyrinth, I think that's an excellent idea. And as the person that inspired this entire adventure, I would also think that this is a fantastic idea.
Right.
And maybe we can use this to actually get some local NPC friends.
And
maybe
as someone who knows about the Warrens, I can help out. I know my way around
Okay.
the Warrens, and I
Right,
can
so you offer more
make sure you
practical advice on incorporating this ritual into the actual structure of the
Sorry,
place?
that's not structurally sound. Try again.
This is where the gods live. No, that's where cave falls in.
No, that's where the unclaimed is. Look, I know it's hard to tell sometimes the difference between the unclaimed and the god of the labyrinth, but at this point we really have to start splitting the difference.
So this is risky, and how many dice?
Well, so you get 2 from the party assisting you.
Yep.
And the rest is
And
compel
so
plus
one
occult.
compel, occult, party.
Yep.
Risky.
Yes. It's going to be 4 dice, effectively. There you go.
Hey.
Okay, so describe this.
High
to me.
fives! We are going to win this. I told you this was a good plan.
Define win. So far, we're making our home on the top floor of this game.
Absolutely. That's a win as far as I can tell.
Sorry, I'm thinking. Sorry, what was your question?
Describe the effects of the ritual, and then the name, sure.
Yeah. So this ritual is a pattern, so that those building this build to that pattern. We are no longer all building our own maze We are united in mind. We are united in faith. That we will create a single pattern and through our steps beat it into the ground.
Is there some sort of component?
Joined by blood.
So
Sorry?
how do the labyrinthines join this ritual?
So the labyrinthines, those who choose to partake of my truth, join their blood to mine. Sorry, I can do cooking just as much as Cat can.
Please do.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh my god! It's not like I haven't had enough sass this morning. We're all just going on this. Look, at least this is post-coffee sass. I can deal with this a lot better.
Yeah. So they join their blood to mine, and through this ritual, now they can see the form that this must take, the paths that must be walked.
Awesome. So you get maybe 20 labyrinthines to partake while this is happening. And maybe more will join in at a later date as they trickle in and out. Which is like, that doesn't require you anymore.
Also, they may be a little bit infected, but we're not going to mention that part.
Of course not.
Oi!
Blood has been mixed.
So I think, as part of the ritual, they now have smear blood across the walls, just as they're building them. And sometimes they have to go and refresh it.
Oh, what?
So you've adding a bit of cursed to this place. Congratulations.
Is that good for me? Do I have cursed as one of my
think so.
domains?
Well,
This place is
so
already perfect being Warrens.
Brian,
Mind stress,
I will say that now, if you were to walk this pattern,
yes,
you would know
glorious.
the name.
Well, of course I have to walk this passage.
Yes.
I must know the name. We must know the name.
Just so we're clear, does Unnamed and Jet also, do they add their blood to the mixture?
Oh yeah, of course. But no, we're doing the thing.
Just mixing it
Yeah,
into
dude.
water.
The thing.
Jet does the
Like,
thing.
like this is like my labyrinth.
Okay, it's not a lot. It's not going to be stressed. It's
Jed is like the logical guy that's just like, okay, I'll play along with your silly game.
okay, so now your blood will be in the mortar of this labyrinth. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so this took a few hours still, and for the most part, Jet has been standing there observing this practice. You, a couple hours in, you hear from somewhere like a distressed voice calling out, just calling a name.
Does it sound like it's coming from like in the labyrinth area?
It's well, I mean, it echoes weirdly from all the walls and angles here.
Is this the part where we say, "Oh, good, the labyrinth's working," and can carry on?
Guys, someone's lost!
Yes.
Well, no, we don't want them to be lost. That would be a maze.
No.
They would get lost in the maze. A labyrinth is just
let's
a
be
path.
clear. Someone is in the process of finding enlightenment to get it
That's
right.
exactly right. Like, come on.
Being lost is not part of our plan. Being on the path to enlightenment is.
It definitely is.
So those crazy people are quite happy with this, are you?
Jed goes and investigates the voice.
Okay.
Have we found anybody that we've particularly ingratiated ourselves to? Like, am I at all
Well, you do have
being able to?
20 or so people who are willing to partake in the ritual,
Excellent.
which is quite a lot. They kind of dribble in and sometimes out because like things are happening here. It's new and exciting technology that you're introducing to labyrinth building. Well, chat. To find the source of this, someone's calling the name Lenore over and over. Lenore, it's a name.
Okay,
It's
I
a
know
name.
I now know exactly what the heart's going to be called. It's all your fault.
Okay.
Yep. I wasn't going to go there, but If you say Lenore, I know what the heart's named.
I do not get that reference, but that's okay. Glycan, would you kindly make a discern +4 roll to navigate through the labyrinth towards the voice?
No.
No is the answer to that one. Okay, cool. Let us roll some stress that will be inflicted to your blood as you step into a trap, and a nail board with a spike in it just drives into your side.
Oh,
ouch!
Yeah, it's a
We
primitive
didn't
trap.
clean these up when we built it. We were supposed to clean up the traps.
No, we haven't gotten to this place yet. You went ahead.
You will have 11 stress at that point, so that's not
Yes.
looking great.
Nope. It's okay. You'll roll 12. That's not a 12.
I didn't. That's not a 12. Okay. And you have a lot of blood stress, don't you? Yes. Well, because you don't have blood protection. You keep thinking you have blood protection, you'll be fine, but you don't.
I have supplies protection.
I almost
and it
took
didn't help
blood
me.
protection too.
I'm starting to think that Echo Protection's jumping up in priority for me.
Well, given your ability to move any fallout, any stress
carry on.
tackle.
So while you're figuring out what's happening to me, I subtract 5 stress.
Yeah, you have your stress rounded down. Oh. Exhausted. You can't go on. If you push yourself any harder, you're going to pass out. Make camp now, or convince someone else to carry you the rest of the way. Alternatively, make one more action and then fall unconscious once the roll is resolved. So, you've been wandering for a while, and you've kind of lost track of time because here, maybe time does struggle to find its way here. And that tiny wound in your side, it keeps bleeding. Just trickling down, and there's this cold wetness.
And Jed starts to feel lightheaded and looking at. And am I alone? Did I just
You haven't found anyone.
branch off from a? I have not found anyone. Perfect.
You are
So I'm
in
following
the
this.
labyrinth.
So I'm following this voice that's shouting out Lenore, and then starting to feel lightheaded.
You don't
and
even hear the voice anymore.
I don't even hear the voice anymore, and so Jed then starts calling out Lenore in his own attempt to get someone to do what happened to him.
Okay.
Ouch.
Well, you're calling out the name, and no one's coming. You hear
Then I just
footsteps.
start screaming.
Yes, you hear
I-
footsteps around every now and then, and you scream louder. And
And I'm going to reread what it is. You can't go on if you push yourself any harder. So
you can try to walk forward or backward, which will be a roll. Or you can just sit here and
Or you can
bandage your
just-
wounds
yeah,
and
just
hope
sleep
that.
out. Yeah,
I'm gonna sit and make camp and try and patch myself up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
and have a rest.
Take a nap. You guys are building a labyrinth.
We're having a great time. I don't even
we're
know where we
great,
are in
yeah.
relation to. We are definitely having fun. See how quickly this turned around, where I was the one alone in the labyrinth, and now suddenly you are. See, like, this is the reason why you never come back with me ever. It's a fundamental rule.
As an aside, this certainly counts as the labyrinth becoming dedicated to the witch cult. I'm just looking at my zenith abilities and realizing that
Well,
we
it's
need to
not
know
quite
this.
dedicated to it, but it's walking. Like it's
it's working
progressing
on it.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
If you wanted to keep coming back to here and keep bringing occult resources and keep making those rituals, you could
Then we
make
shall
the labyrinth into a tiny copy of a heart. That would be interesting.
You know, this is actually not against the king's wishes, so that's fine. I can't see why that would actually conflict.
So, now do I actually have to? So, no, I've made my roll, and now the unclaimed and I are walking this new labyrinth
With our minions.
And I shall now name.
Well, it's an individual process. It's very intimate to walk the labyrinth.
Yeah.
So they're not going to join you for that.
No. I shall now name what used to be known as the heart as Quoth.
Quoth.
Quoth. Cat gets it.
I love it.
Well, so I was going to say...
It's all your fault, Mikhail.
It is. It truly is.
It always is.
There is.
It always is. Like...
So you have followed this pattern and you have walked the steps and you have named the heart.
Yep.
And now let's see how horribly lost you are.
We're not. We know this place. This is our home.
Happily, the feature is not a bug. We walk the labyrinth.
Also,
we achieve enlightenment at the end of the labyrinth. It's no longer a branching path.
no.
I'll buy that. Yes, fine.
Also, holy shit, are we embracing our inner Kriamon?
I know, it's great. I love this. I'm loving everything that's happening here.
Okay, so, no, I'll buy that. You are outside the labyrinth. It has become a straight path for you.
Do they find me on that
Of course
straight?
not. Come on.
If it's a straight path, I should be in the way somewhere.
Well, they're not traversing every single branch of it, right?
No, yeah, exactly. Not every single straight path. Just
so
the
this
straight path
is,
that we're
to
on.
those seeking enlightenment, the maze becomes a labyrinth.
Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right.
And through
So you didn't change anything.
That was
So
my
no, we didn't
understanding.
actually end up changing anything physical.
Of course not. That's not how it works.
You just put purpose behind it.
Our understanding of it. Exactly right. That's how this works. That's,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's very us. Welcome
So
to Get
now-
With Us. Like,
So we started with
So I think
cat
we'll call
left
that
behind in the
walking the
labyrinth.
Crimson Path.
Yes, we are walking the Crimson Path.
This
Yeah, absolutely.
branch of labyrinthine faith, or not faith,
Yep.
or whatever it is.
Cult.
Called.
We are absolutely walking the Crimson.
yes.
Make a note of it.
Excellent. Well, you are outside. There is no sign of Jet whatsoever.
And
It's
we
the
start
same
moving
situation
again.
we started in. Let's switch.
But now note what Brian and I do.
That would be appropriate.
So no. So Jed, unlike the unnamed, it
Has
has
actually got
sworn
a
an
blood
oath with me.
I know. We have to get back for him.
So no, I shall now. I
So
shall
Brian
now-
comes back to me, Cat continues onward, and we're just all separate.
I'm like, job done, man. Labyrinth conquered. Those suckers don't know what hit them. Unclaimed, out.
So yes, I shall now use the cursed nature of this place and my understanding of the labyrinth to find Jed. And more to the point, Jed is necessary to support our oath, so this I'm invoking our bond.
Yes.
Okay.
You're fine. You'll be fine.
Lenore!
Quoth.
Okay, so
The Raven.
make a, I guess, discern plus cursed roll.
Yep.
I can back
Yeah,
do
with
you want-
mastery?
do you want me to back him up?
Yes,
Do you
with
have
mastery.
either of those?
Discern, yes, absolutely. And also my mind stress is so I mastery if that helps. I don't know
Well,
how that works.
Okay. In that case, how about if you
'Cause
have both?
I've got and I've also got cursed as my domain.
Right.
So
Then I'm helping
cursed.
you.
Yeah, find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I can do this. Yeah, discern. My mind stress is over 4, so I get mastery. And my domain is cursed. So how many dice do I get to roll?
4
And what
plus
is it?
1 from Brian, 5.
5 on a what roll?
Well, so see the problem is, okay, you will even hear his voice every now and then, because he's just occasionally calling out in a weird Marco Polo way of Lenore.
Quote! Lenore! Quote!
So let's say it is just a challenging roll. Let's be nice like that.
Yeah.
It's just challenging.
Yes.
Yeah. So challenging with 5 dice.
Should
Watch
be-
me fail. Nice.
You did not. Okay, well, as you are finding your way there, Glycan, a labyrinthine wanders towards your campsite. And I think it's just like a bedroll and a tiny fire that you've constructed out of the wood you're basically carrying with yourself. Because, there's
Like you
plenty
do.
of planks here. There's plenty of just branches.
Yeah, we're building a labyrinth. There are planks everywhere.
And she looks at you and goes, "Why are you calling my name?"
Nice.
Yeah.
I heard someone else calling their name, and so if they were looking for someone, hopefully, I was hoping to also find help.
It must have been my mother. Well, she shrugs and continues dragging a...
Runs away.
Yeah, she continues dragging like a bed that...
Where'd your mother go? I call after her if she's still in earshot. Or she just sprints
she's
away.
probably-
That's my mom!
Well, no, she's not running away because she has a very heavy bed to drag to wherever the bed must go. She's around, I guess.
Where are you dragging that bed?
I'll use it.
Do you have a home?
Of course, silly. She makes a broad gesture around here.
Just everywhere.
We're in the home. We're in labyrinth. Fine.
Are you looking for your mom as well? Or are you running
No.
from your mom?
I'm building.
You're building. Are you
She
helping
comes
build the
sometimes.
labyrinth?
She brings me food. At this point, she's like almost around the corner.
Okay. Am I still like unable to really move? Am I just like died on the ground and she's just like, oh hi? No.
Pretty much.
You are feeling woozy. You could just get up and start walking after her, and like you probably are not going to be at the risk of immediately passing out, but like it will be risky.
You're still not great.
You're not great. You really could use a few hours of just lying down.
Right. I think I'm going to. What? Did I ask where she was headed right now? No. Where are you heading?
Oh,
To build.
to build left,
Where
then
can,
right.
Where
then
can I
up.
find you if I find your mom? Because she seems to be looking for you.
She gives you a strange look. Like, if you find me, you find me. It's a labyrinth. It brings people who need to be brought together.
I lie down and close my eyes.
Nope. Just nope.
Okay. And that is where you will be found by Unclaimed and Dana.
Yay!
So
the little girl
as,
was right.
as Unclaimed and as you approach, you see leaning over the at least unconscious, Jed, is a figure with 5 sets of horns. So like head, shoulders, and more on the back. And yes, ruffling through the back.
Greetings, Elder.
Elder Labyrinthine barely looks at you and goes back to, searching.
We
for the
must
supplies.
object to you rifling our blood-sworn comrades' belongings. Have you trod the Crimson Path yet?
And just throws stuff out of the back.
My poor stuff.
I look over at the unclaimed. This seems like an unclaimed problem.
Did you say compel?
You could.
All right, I just look at him and I say, Elder, are you going to ignore the true and rightful rules of this labyrinth?
Okay.
Oh, no. No. We're never getting out.
No,
This is our home
we're
now.
just gonna go around in circles forever here.
There's
As
this
is
whole
just.
map we have nice and set up. We're staying here.
Well, I will note that this is not a part of the Crimson Path proper, so it's not cursed. Like, you haven't converted the entire place to cursed domain.
Oh, come
You
on.
haven't. It takes effort. 150 people have been
lot of
building this
blood.
place. So it will be compel plus Warren roll.
That's all right. I can still use my my mastery, can't I? Because my mind stress is over.
Well, what does it say? When your mind stress
When
is
mind
high,
stress
you
is
roll
up.
with mastery when casting spells from this class. You are not casting spells from this class now, are you?
Isn't compel part of mine?
It's not a spell.
No, your spell
right.
would be the Red King's Curse.
Please don't roll that.
Oh no, because we know what valuable resource there is, treasure there. It's fine. It's still his fucking horns.
I mean, there's the guy with a lot
We're
of
not in a
horns.
cursed area.
You could just mug him.
We could. Let's just do it. Let's just smash him.
Okay. Yes. By all means.
So what am I rolling? How many dice do I get?
Okay, so you are approaching the Elder Labyrinthine, who is this emaciated creature that you realize probably can't even walk straight under all these horns. So he's moving on all fours. Sure, you are attacking it, and it's not quite expecting the attack. Do you have kill? Kill plus Warren
Do I-
would be the skills I'd be
I
looking
have
for.
kill.
It's a skill.
No. No, I do not. I've got discern and compel.
Lovely.
Well, how about I then discern the best way to attack this particular problem?
I think you're no, that
You
doesn't really sound
unfortunately
like it.
committed to your attack before looking at your character. So
I didn't actually realize kill was a skill. That's all right. Let's do this then. We're just gonna end up in the bottom of the warren again. It's fine. We'll get out. It's fine.
Does Dano assist in any way? I think you can assist him if you don't have the skills. So if you just bum rush the Elder Labyrinthine, that's fine.
I could assist so much, but I'm. But
I'm so
passed
amused
out
that
of the floor.
the character that is there to fight, he's just
Yep.
sleeping
So
through
we
it.
are rescuing. You know
Totally
what?
fine.
So yes,
we're in my
I am-
favorite terrain.
I'm invoking the bond, so I will apply mastery to this roll because
Excellent.
I'm fighting in defense of the bond, and I'm
Excellent.
Okay,
charging my dagger.
Done.
So we will have, I think, 3
I'm
dice.
charging with my broomstick because apparently that's the only thing I've. Oh, unless I like, do I actually
No,
have?
you have a weapon, Cat.
Do I?
Yes. It's
Oh.
under equipment. Rune
Oh,
edge
of course I do.
dagger.
Yeah, that's right. I do. A rune
Which
edge
is
crystal
distressing?
dagger, which I will use. Yes.
Which I now need to go find keywords to see if any of our keywords matter. I doubt it, but all right. Which stress incurred as the result of the weapon can be to echo, distressing. Stress incurred can be marked to mind. Okay, so you and I attack non-blood stress.
Done. Well, I have 0 blood stress at the moment, so I guess.
No, we attack. So it's fine.
Which
Yeah.
doesn't matter unless it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter unless it matters. Boom.
Okay.
Roll it.
So, yeah. Well, I think you are the leader because you're applying your mastery, so you have to be
Yes.
the one
Yep.
to roll it. But
So
you're both
therefore, I roll challenge.
challenging with 3 dice, yes.
Yeah. Right. That's not as bad as it could have been. I can't believe this is working.
Well, so how much damage does your weapon do? D6?
I have to look at my character sheet.
Yes, D6
Yes.
is stressing for me.
No, because you're helping me. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
cruel and D6, and I can't find the cruel tag.
I think it is one of the things that didn't make the cut. So don't worry about it. It's a playtest document.
Yeah, it's a playtest. That's fine. So it's D6 cruel to which?
So do d6 damage. I will say that the Elder Labyrinthine has protection 1 because just horns everywhere. So
Protection blood 1, but not echo.
that is true. I will accept that.
There you go.
Because I'm not actually stabbing at him. I am carving the air in front of him, witchy glyphs. That, of course, then fly into his forehead. But, you know, who's...
And I just want to note also, Glycan, that this is exactly how this works. Brian hands over the crazy plan and then figures out how to make it work. It's just be lucky we came back for you, I guess is really what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like, Kat and I are entirely... This is us.
Okay. So the Labyrinthine rears at your approach and then lowers, bends almost
Yep.
like a cat with the back stretched
Yep.
up to expose all the horns. And he
Yep.
looks like he's about to charge you. And then runes just appear on his skin. And
As the Crimson Path reaches out for a sacrifice.
Yes!
and it falls over in agony. And out of no open wounds, blood just pools and stains the walls and starts crawling up the walls of this place. Because you sure knocked this thing out.
Can we take its horns as treasure now?
Yes.
Thank you.
It is a bit grisly to do so.
That's totally cool.
That's
I'm
fine,
down with it.
Because they
You
are
become one
implanted-
with these people, and you immediately kill one of their elders and strip them of their horns.
We need to rule
'Cause-
this
'cause
place,
it's-
Glycan,
it's a-
and there's only
it's a
one way
D8
that happens,
treasure.
and that's by taking down the biggest person there and putting
It is
ourselves in their
absolutely a
place.
D8 occult, probably treasure.
Yep.
So, yeah, someone write down.
Put this under
nice
resources.
Well, so... Sorry, which one of us gets this treasure?
Well, there's a lot of horns. I think we can both do it.
I'm unconscious.
I think we split them.
Are there
Like,
enough
8
horns for both of us to have the D8 occult?
Probably not. And I don't remember how the things are broken down if you want to break them down. So for now, let's write. Just one of you writes D8 occult horns.
So
And
you
I'll
know,
look up
I'm,
how to split the resources when we get to that.
All right, so how about I just chuck it under resources and we deal with this later?
no, you're not going to just chuck it under your own resources, and we'll deal with this later. No, Catch.
I'll
That's
put them
not
under
how it
my
works.
resources, and we'll deal with
it.
this.
I see what you're saying. Okay, no, that's fine. You chuck it under your resource. deal with it later.
And then
That's
we will
what you
deal
wanna
with
do.
it later.
Yeah, but actually, out of character, deal with this later. Like, I am not playing characters right now.
Cat's always playing characters.
So I have Elder Horn's D8 occult in my resources.
Correct. That is
Excellent.
I do like the fact that you see this guy over my unconscious body, kill him, and before running over, you're just like, let's loot the body.
well. So you
We have our
He's
you
starting
look
to
like you're
learn.
sleeping.
Like, he's starting to learn.
You need your rest.
We would
Jet,
never dream of
you
doing
wake up
so.
because you feel
Because
uncomfortably warm, or like part of you feels uncomfortably warm as the Elder's blood has stained your sleeping bag, and it is hot to the touch.
Ow, 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 ow. I'm up.
Yep.
Good morning, Jed. Did you have a good
morning. Hello.
I didn't expect you two to come from me.
We are sworn, you and I. Of course.
Something. Leave no man behind. Something.
I would expect no less from you. We found this reprehensible individual rifling through your stuff, and we remonstrated with you.
Ooh,
Can you
horns. I
believe
pick up
it?
the horns.
Oh, no. The horns have been well secured.
They're literally just strapped to his back, like
They are in my bag, yes.
strapped to your back.
Strap your back. Just
You can't put
But
them
yes,
back.
the horns have actually been painted with his blood in occult symbols because
you spent so much time here.
you were sleeping.
You were sleeping.
Thank
Are
you.
you feeling better, by the way?
Am I feeling better?
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
Now let us.
I will say that you're still exhausted, and you will need to properly rest.
Yes, I need to,
get rid of the
properly
fallout.
get rid of the fallout. Yes.
Wait. So does that mean that we have to carry you?
No. So you're no longer
It's-
incapacitated, but the
I'm still
mechanical
considered-
fallout is there.
Yeah, I'm still considered having major fallout.
Yes.
I just don't. The effect has happened.
Well, since Quoth has blessed us with light, let us now leave this place.
And I'm
I
not even
accept
going
leaving
to
this place.
require a roll for this. It's perfectly fine. You've
More
trod
moths
these
again.
paths long enough
Yeah.
that although they do
Have we
change
actually
over time,
gained any authority here? Can I just ask as a side question?
a little bit. Roll-
Specifically, the question that she is asking is count. So what I would say, Kat, is how do you learn more about your?
Yes. So what is your goal?
Well, our goal at the moment clearly is to rule
No.
the labyrinth, so...
No. This is your goal.
This is your home
I mean,
now.
yeah, okay, but if it is Unclaimed's goal to rule the labyrinth,
Well, so specifically, that would be your master's goal.
not necessarily. I mean, you tell me what your goal is, but I will say that it's mostly Dino that is gaining authority here. Because Unclaimed is seemingly the...
Dino's the one that created a religion.
Maybe, but I'm the one that rolled it.
Oh no!
Remember? My 5 dice that are sitting here on the table
Right.
because I've got mastery.
So we're having a schism already. Well, so if you want to say that you do have a goal of coming back here and taking over the labyrinth proper, then sure, you've gained some amount of authority within this faction.
Okay, so
Because
I'm
there are
on the
now
path. Okay.
those who walk the Crimson Path who will absolutely defer to you.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a sense of how all of this kind of ridiculous storytelling actually fits to the foretelling aspects.
It doesn't.
Because that part's still a bit unclear for me. How do you actually do that?
Also, Kat, remember the roll to establish the Crimson Path, I rolled 5 dice for. I don't know what you rolled 5 dice for.
I think she rolled 5 dice to find
that was
me.
to come back and
Yes.
find you. All right.
Just so that we're clear on the hierarchy of weirdness.
My dice were definitely within your 5 dice, though, I guess.
Yeah, no. Like, you are one of us. You are simply...
And I mean, you are a labyrinthine, so no, I'll buy that.
Yes.
I was the original Labyrinthine, thank you.
So, yes. If
I think the original Labyrinth were the original Labyrinthine.
Nonsense. They were posers.
They were absolute posers.
We are the true Labyrinthine.
We mapped their labyrinth. That was shithouse. Like,
Yeah. So you make your way outside, just fine.
Yep.
And you find a ragged drow woman there, camped at one of the exits. Yes. She
That
has
makes
this,
me a
like a
bit sad.
tiny tent and honestly similar setup to what Jet had, but more
Perfect.
more long term.
oh, man.
I mean... Do you two care?
I don't.
Does
Jed? Does Jed recognize them?
Like, bar random drow sleeping. Do not poke the random drow sleeping.
yeah, that's
Like...
the.
And
See, this is where I'm like.
at your passage, she will
I'm like.
jolt upright and clasp for a weapon, but not to threaten you.
Yeah.
But just to make sure that she's not dying.
We walk
Is-
in peace.
Is everything okay with you?
You're not one of them.
You partially cut out, so.
You're not one of them.
One of
No.
who?
We are our own.
Some of you. She sighs deeply. I'm all right.
Do you need assistance? I can fix small hurts. You know, I should actually look up the mend skill, because hopefully... Do carry on.
I'm here to care for my daughter.
Your daughter.
Is her name
Is-
Lenore?
Is your daughter Lenore by name?
Her face entirely lights up, and have you seen her?
I saw her.
I haven't seen her in
I
a few
saw-
days. She doesn't come out when I call to her anymore, and I tried to search for her inside and just barely made it back here.
I saw her. I honestly couldn't say how long ago because I immediately passed out. I saw her not too long ago. She
Did
was.
she seem healthy?
She did. She seemed healthy. She
I think?
knew that. She knew that you were okay, and she knew that if the labyrinth needed you to find her, or for her to find you, then you would. She
She
seemed in good
scowls at that last bit. Well, I think I'll need to go back and bring more food here. Because it's not
Would
like
you like...
these fools can take care of themselves.
No. But if you would like a path through this place, we can offer you one.
Have you walked the Crimson Path?
She'll,
Heard the good news!
Have you heard about the Lord and Savior of the Crimson Path?
yeah, she'll
See, I'm.
try to crawl away a bit.
No. Like, I'm...
Yeah, and
it's all
she's
good.
very much not interested with anything. To do
Last
with
session
labyrinths.
we attacked people trying to give us a pamphlet. This session we're trying to give people pamphlets.
We are giving people
How
the pamphlet.
wheel... Oh, creepy cultist.
Yeah.
Cat. How
Well,
are we
unless you
always
want to
creepy
put
cultists?
effort
Why?
and
I
make a
don't
roll,
know. It's
no,
like-
she's not interested.
No, like this. This is an offer, not a. Then we hope you find your limit.
And I'm actually down with the creepy cultist anyway, because I know the Red God's just going to come down and like literally put his thumbprint on all of this anyway, so it's fine.
I ensure her that her daughter seemed well, and then ask if there's anything else I can do before we part ways.
Do you have food you can spare? It is
I
so
don't
very hard.
think so.
She just sighs.
Would I be able? Do I have what do I have?
Well, so you have a full pack. If you want to just give her some of your food, you can absolutely take stress to supplies.
I am willing to give up a small ration or two of food to help.
Like D4 size ration or two?
D4 size, yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Be more specific.
4.
Oh, supply stress.
Here, have this steak.
Okay, which will... Oof. 5, 6, 10 stress total.
Ooh.
Let us roll it.
Okay, I'll roll 12.
Okay, we are having a supply fallout.
Heavy.
That is cool. That will be fun.
I go to give her a $5 bill. It's actually a $50.
Well... So you realize as you're walking away that the rest of your supplies have gone off. Entirely independently. This is...
Did you guys not get my supplies back from the... or from the...
Yeah, or maybe
only a
that's the
little
thing
bloody.
that happened, that like some of
just
your
got
rations got entirely lost.
This major fallout is just me realizing that you guys didn't refill my bag after leaving me unconscious.
It's not our job to refill your
Not
bag.
our job.
So
sorry.
you have
We totally
no
found you.
rations.
That's
You're
what
out
the
of
blood one
food.
determines. That's it.
You're multiple lines.
Yes. And let's find the half rations. Less half.
So, you're out of food and you need to find some immediately. So I give her food and immediately be like, wait, can I have some of that back?
So that's the half rations, just for reference.
So
yes.
it's after I find food, I'll have half rations.
No, you can remove. So the entire thing is removed if you can
Partake in a
remove stress
great
from
feast.
supplies or engage in a great.
Yes.
So, yeah, as you walk away, or probably as you reach into your bag to get something to snack on the way, you realize that no, it's gone.
Guys, what happened to my stuff?
You tell us. We just picked you up, dude.
You didn't see that creature you killed like going through my bag or
killed him,
anything, did you?
We saw him. We like, that's
Yeah,
not
he was totally going through your stuff.
We
Oh yeah,
killed
yeah,
him.
he
What
like
you
must have
want?
just stuffed half of your food
We could
into
have
his
not
mouth.
killed him.
I think at that point it was too late. No one just realized.
We could have just left you in the labyrinth. Like,
This is true. Well, I am very thankful.
thank you. Now, can we get back to this? Like, oh my god.
Do you guys have any food? I'm hungry and apparently don't have food anymore.
Does our blood board extend to giving you food?
Well,
Hello, blood friend.
Well, so first of all,
Blood
did
comrade.
you clear half of your stress because you took a fall.
Yes, I do clear half of my strap.
Yeah.
Some of which will be supplies. I don't know if that counts
No,
towards the I'm removing.
That would be refreshing. That would be actually finding things. Well, so you're just walking down the passages here, and you're starving. Your stomach is rumbling. Others can, I will say, give with you their supplies by taking D6 stress.
This is just gonna go in the spiral.
I'm sorry, I cannot afford D6 stress.
That's
Like, I'm
what
at
I
7.
thought, kind of.
This is
I could be really mean. Like, really,
and I expect
really,
you to be.
really,
Okay,
really
in which
mean.
case you are not getting anything, but maybe you can hunt on the way.
No, no, you don't understand. I could be really mean right now.
What? What do you cat?
I guess what I could do is use this as an opportunity
Do tell.
to make terms with Dino.
Sorry, Cat, we can't understand you over the...
Over the evil laugh?
Alright. So, I could sit down and say, alright, Dino, I think it's time that we actually came to an agreement. One about the labyrinth and two about the horns.
So here, our colleague is begging for food.
No, I completely understand. So we need to come to terms about now in regards to the labyrinth, in regards to the horns.
Of course.
I, for one, would like to suggest that we share power of the labyrinth, and we also split the value and the use of the horns. Do you feel like this is fair?
The labyrinth has potential to
The
reveal
labyrinth has
Quoth's
potential.
nature.
Yes, it does.
Instead
I
of
agree.
us splitting this valuable resource of the occult, how about we agree to use it towards a goal that benefits us both?
Sell it for food.
I'm just saying that a shared use of the labyrinth would be something that I would appreciate without one or the other getting the other's say, or necessarily deciding to, let's say, rule over one another. Can we power share the labyrinth?
I have no interest in rulership. I seek only knowledge. If you wish to deal with the meat, you may deal with meat however you wish.
May I also use the labyrinth to gain knowledge?
That is what its purpose is. Let us say that neither of us can use the horns, the other does not agree.
That I can agree with. Excellent. Now I suggest that you stand at least 3 meters away from me.
I back up quickly. Because,
Okay.
yeah, no, when someone says at minimum safe distance 3 meters, one goes, okay, bye. Because you obey minimum safe distance calls.
And now I walk up to Jed and I say, I will indeed give you 1d6 worth of my ration.
So in looking at it, it has to be D8 to downgrade Fallout to by 1 step.
That's totally fine. Get me
D10
to
by
roll
2.
whatever it is. D10 by 2? Alright, so what am I
Just
doing? Is it
remove it
challenging
entirely.
roll?
It's like, here, eat all of my stuff.
Okay.
If you want to say you do that, that's fine.
Yep. Absolutely doing that.
Okay, so you are taking D10 Fallout, D10 stress to supplies. Just
Okay.
boom.
Absolutely, which I am absolutely using.
Jeez.
And it bounces off because she has 2 stress per...
Yeah.
I eat a cookie and say thank you. That's all I need.
No, that's the stress that I took. So you ate like everything, and I was totally fine with it. It's really what.
Yeah, you just have a bottomless bag of cookies.
Yeah, it turns out that the cultist's broom is a broom of cookies.
All right, cool. Well, I didn't have to go DEFCON collateral, so that's fine.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yes.
oh, I see what you were doing there, Cat.
You get to remove the Fallout entirely.
I'd switch it to.
No, D10 is downgraded twice to just it's gone. You
Wait.
had a feast of cookies.
You certainly did.
Yes. Keep smiling.
Keep smiling.
Okay. Well, so I think now it is time for us to look at our map and see if we will have D6 events on the way to Sump Station, which is a roll I will now make. in secret with the actual physical dice. Okay. Yes, by all means, keep renaming everything on the map. Okay.
It's alright, I'll get rid of mine.
Oh no. You don't need to name the labyrinth. The Quoth is named Quoth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
That's okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait. No, that's not true. So yes, this is Quoth. And then the Quoth itself.
Famous for the heart is really all I'm saying.
Well, as you are more...
I've been waiting for the map screen to come up for so long.
You should have asked for it. I'm quite happy to bring it up. So as you are moving forward, the tunnel narrows, and then narrows some more. And then you see that there's muck under your feet. And feathers strewn here and there. And just tiny bits of fur of some rats or other nameless things that clearly were killed and devoured here. And the tunnels grow narrower still. And does anyone have Warren or Wild Domain?
I
can think of at least one person that has Warren. And it is not me.
Or me.
It's what I do.
Because Pat and I, once again, have identical skills.
Of course. As
But we're
one
doing
does,
well,
clearly.
so you would.
This
I'm your dungeoneer.
is a flightless owl hive, but it seems to be abandoned, which is good, because those are some vicious fuckers.
What was the creatures
Flightless
again?
owls.
Flightless owls.
Flightless owls.
Well, there's not a lot of flying one can do in the heart, although that varies a great deal. And yes, flightless owls are one of the denizens.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like to keep going here, you'll have to basically crawl right through the middle of this dung-strewn, bone-crunching place.
It's currently abandoned, like you said it's abandoned.
You're not hearing the characteristic hoots and
It's
screeching.
abandoned.
It's abandoned. It's there around the corner. Can I check for traps?
I mean, they don't make traps.
I roll perception.
Well, so
Let's just throw every...
generally how this works, right? Each of these mini events on the way is resolvable by a single roll, unless you
Yeah.
stay and try to get more out of it, like we
Right,
did.
unless we investigate all the bones, and every single bone we'll see if we can...
a stupid thing.
Yes. So, being comfortable in the area, I can try and navigate the path through for the
And
others to
remember,
follow.
our bond helps you.
Yes, because we're
So,
heading back towards...
We are in fact working towards bringing Florence back to Hearts.
We're being a team.
Yeah.
We
so
are.
you
What
roll
a
with
team.
mastery because of the bond we took.
Is it just challenging?
Yeah, it's fine. So it is Warren plus probably Discern, because
Warren.
that sounded like what you're doing.
Okay. So I have Warren, the mastery, and the base die.
Yep.
And...
Cool. Okay, so you do need to get on your knees and in a few places just crawl full on to push your way through it, and then
Just bones. Bones won't hurt.
and dung and feathers and cracked
It's just poop.
eggshells.
Poop won't hurt.
Yes, and you have to push your bags ahead or behind you, but it's fine.
That's okay. Mine's empty.
Yeah, you emerge on the other side, and yeah, you are just covered in feathers and dung, and bones of tiny critters are stuck in your hair.
You're fine. You're fine with this.
I'm used to the
You've
trench.
literally
This is
been through worse.
yeah.
Well,
This
you
is
are, but
just
everyone
life.
else is. I don't know.
Sorry, everyone else is following along and is fine, right?
So also covered in everything. Yes,
Yes.
you're fine.
okay,
You don't need to roll anymore.
Yep. No, that's
I
fine.
try and create a little bit of a path so it's like easier to follow through.
Now,
but
do we need to
there's
nail each part down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I think that that's going to be a me problem.
How would you do that?
So I'm going to use mend. We are surrounded by artifacts of this place, and mend can be used to build.
You want to fix this broken, abandoned nest so more owls can return?
No, I'm going to build a model of this place
I was
from
gonna
the
say.
bones of the nest. So the mend description has also building as part of it.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm going to use a cult to join this place to the Crimson Path through its bones so that we have a connection to it. You know what? No, I am not going to be that stupid.
I was going to say, because I'm
Sorry.
going to burn it down.
Extend labyrinth all the way here.
No, I'm going to use mend to build an occult model so that we know our way through.
Right, you're making a diorama.
I'm making a bony diorama.
I
That's fine.
don't think it's occult though.
Okay.
Is it?
It'll be Warren probably.
Yeah, it sounds. It's Warren. It's what you're making a
Yeah.
diorama of.
Mend and Warren.
Yeah.
Now, can I roll with mastery such that is our path back?
I think
To
that
fulfill?
that's quite broad interpretation of the thing.
It is.
Yeah. I think in general it has to be directly related to what the bond is about, not the origin.
well, we will
of
have to
help us.
travel back to get back to
but
our
like,
goal.
You can just. Our goal is to succeed on our mission. Everything we do is in the name of our mission.
Okay, Mikhail, if our goal was just to succeed on our mission, we'd have made 1 or 2 rolls with mastery. So let's not say that that's a very broad thing.
Uh-huh.
What with us?
Can I help with anything with my mastery, given that my mind stress is still over?
Well, no, but if you help with Warren's,
Yes,
I
your
can't help with Warren's.
Your mastery is to cast spells.
for spells.
Yeah, it's
Only
not for
spells.
everything.
Okay.
So in that case, Jed, would you help with your domain?
I can help, yes.
Okay.
As in, Jed actually goes, no, you missed a bone there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that's 3 dice.
Yeah,
So what skill are you rolling?
Mend.
mend
Oh, just
plus
men. Yeah,
Warren.
that's right. Yep.
Hey. Oh, that was close.
Could have been bad,
Whoa.
but it wasn't. So
At least it
yes,
wasn't risky.
you have this small diorama with all the twisting passages, and
Yeah.
what do you do with it? Do you actually
Put it
stick?
in my bag.
Okay.
Like-
I mean, it's slightly fragile and slightly.
Sorry?
It's somewhat fragile and it's sizable.
Well, actually, no.
It'll
That's no. You make a good point. Is there a hollow at the end? Because this is really making a model of the thing to fix the thing in quotes mind. So we just need to place it in a hollow in the rock.
Absolutely, you can find a place to
Yep.
display this model at the entrance.
Yes,
An entrance, I should say.
I displayed this model in the entrance.
Okay.
Next.
Cool. Yes. And onwards you go. And the tunnels thankfully broaden once again. And you have shaken most of the dung out of your clothes, or at least you've gotten accustomed to the smell.
Yep.
When you see that there is a train track onto which just crosses the path you're on.
Oh no, a wild Fiona is going to appear.
Absolutely, a wild Fiona has already appeared.
So, yes, Vermisian, the doomed mass transit project of the Spire, does indeed reach into the heart. And they had numerous stations here, which didn't go well for them.
No.
So, you have kind of an option, I guess. You can go down the train track, because no trains move, right? It's been dead for a while. Well, there is the last train, but finding it is an adventure in itself. Or you can keep going down this tunnel. Neither which is apparently better.
But it's likely to lead
Comrades?
us down to the Red Market, correct?
So they're both roughly in the same direction, but again, this is hard. Things shift here. What matters is the travel.
So what domain is this place?
Also, the train tracks will be technology.
Wait, that's a domain?
Yes.
Technology is a domain?
Yeah, it is in Spire and it is in Heart.
Right.
Steampunk.
Okay, then I propose that we ignore the tracks because none of us are technologists.
I was going to say, I don't think we have any way of actually navigating this place.
Is the cave still warned?
You think you hear the sounds of just trickling water from ahead of you. So, but it's like the cave itself has gotten a bit wider. So I'll say it's wild. It will be wild on the other side.
That doesn't help me.
So,
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
none of
say
us
that's
have
not-
wild or technology.
Or technology. So I suggest...
Pick your
we-
poison.
I would actually suggest following the train tracks, because then we might find civilization where we can rest. Because we've been traveling for a long time.
Actually, hold on. Are there any parts around?
Parts?
I'm wondering if I can cobble together a one of those hand pushed carts
Probably
used for maintenance.
Yeah. Again, technology though.
Perhaps at one of the event locations?
Oh, we're not actually at
No,
the...
you're at the crossroad. I'm
Right.
giving you a choice as to what the next event will be.
Can you ping us exactly where we are?
You are on the way here, between the
Right there,
labyrinth and
okay.
some station.
Right.
You know what? Let's do the technology route. I can
Yeah.
see opportunities for mend there.
I agree.
Unless one of you folks has an idea for opportunities. Because we don't have hunt. We don't have wild.
No.
I can make more claims for mend in tech than I can... And like mend and discern, I think will do us well.
I have evade. I can run away from anywhere.
Yeah, you have evade and endure, which is great.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put you in front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put me in front until I hit a thing, and then I'll tell us to run away from it.
Speaking of advances, what advance did you take?
Oh yes, sorry, I really should have asked.
Hint, comma, hint.
I actually marked it in my character sheet. I took In the Dark as my minor advancement.
Okay, what does it do?
It is when you eliminate someone in close quarters, you melt into the shadows. You disappear from sight and can reappear from any patch of shadow at any point in a situation. When you emerge, your attacks gain the brutal tag until the end of your action. We will have a fight at some point, and I will be great.
I think you're playing a different... Actually, no, you won't, because you don't actually have fight or kill skill. But I think you're playing a different game than we are.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
when we actually have a competent person in the team.
My initial thought going into this was us going back to go help Kat. We would have to fight the people that locked her up, not just we're back in there. So I was prepared.
Fair.
He hasn't quite figured out how we roll yet, Ryan. He didn't see a situation where he'd end up in the labyrinth alone and we'd have to go and rescue him. So
Fair.
Where I could have killed someone and disappeared into the shadows, but I was sleeping.
Fair. Fair. All right.
Combat did happen.
Combat
I
did
wasn't
happen.
a part of it.
We happily resolved it without any trouble.
Exactly right. You have so
Alright,
little
so we
confidence.
followed
Really well.
the tracks.
Okay. Down the tracks you go. And from up ahead of you, maybe half an hour later, there is an eerie green glow. And as you approach it, there is this rattling that runs down this side of the path. And then in a jump scare fashion, something appears right in front of you, and it's a railroad flag.
A wild signal flag appears.
Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't attack you or anything, it's just...
We do not have a wild signal flag.
Attack!
I mean, it might be attached to a gazebo.
It might be. Yeah, absolutely. That's a thing it could definitely be. And that gazebo could just be alive and eat
So,
us.
of note, flags usually mean that we should do something. So, do the tracks diverge? Like,
No.
so it's just.
Do we get a
flag.
sense that the train might be coming?
You would hear the train coming.
So,
Okay.
The tunnel's
like,
quiet.
can you describe this flag this rail signal to us?
Do you have technology domain?
No, of course not.
It is a red flag.
It is a flag.
It is a flag.
I cast a spell at the flag.
You know what?
You magic
Let's
missile the
just sit
darkness.
down.
Yes, I
So
understand.
I propose that
Compel the
after a
flag.
while-
Take the darkness. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, no, I propose that we sit down for a while and wait for the flag to
Change.
either change or we finish our cups of tea.
Okay.
Like,
Whatever happens first.
Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a different flag
I-
pops up, like this one
I
goes
get the
away.
brim of cookies out and just like put some cookies.
so, like,
We just share all these cookies.
is this flag not a red flag at least? Is it, like, what are the color semiotics of,
of these flags.
Well, so I'm afraid you are not fluent in the symbology used by Vermisian.
Okay.
And
sorry.
so
I discern.
this
I'm watching the
flag is right on the like a piece of metal, really. And all the paint is peeled,
Right.
so it's this rusty rectangle that gets popped up.
Okay.
Can we discern anything by sitting and observing the flags for a while?
Not really.
Do we see a
You
pattern?
think you hear movement from further down the tracks, though. Like, it appears to be inhabited.
So these flags may not mean anything.
No, they probably don't.
Or they
It
could
might
mean
just
everything.
be automatic from what they once were.
The
then
eerie
let-
green glow coming from somewhere ahead of you changes to eerie, angry red glow.
Don't be
We
angry,
definitely
keep
wait this
smiling.
flag out.
Uh-huh. Half an hour later, still there.
Right.
Has the flag changed?
No.
I say we wait until the eerie red glows.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend some time trying to restore mechanism with Mend.
So the mechanism itself, as you examine it, is actually
Yep.
working. It's oiled and everything's maintained. That's very strange.
But like, I'm going to be examining it to try to get a sense of those flags are labeled as, or
Sure, the flags aren't yet labeled on like the other side with
Yeah.
just a single letter, which again, you have no idea how to interpret.
yeah. Right.
Is this a good time for me to do my once per session
No. So, like, if we look at the game, I think the time to do your once per session valuable is when we are in an appropriate domain where we can do stuff with it.
My biggest issue is that any time that I do this at the moment, it's just going to pattern match to the freaking horns in your backpack, aren't they?
No, because it's discover a new one.
No, I'm not going to screw you like that, right?
Okay, alright.
It's not,
Like,
oh,
this-
you have a
this-
valuable thing.
This is your major thing.
All right. Because we're not going to
remember, your ability says they must introduce a treasure.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I would say definitely don't do this unless you want a technological treasure.
Yeah, but yeah. All right.
I mean, it's
but
still
we'll do it at the
valuable.
very
You
end
can
of the
still
session
trade
then.
it.
Yeah. Well, no, Kat, it's up to you. Like, if you think that the session's coming to an end, do it.
I'll do it at the end of the session. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so
we
you're
proceed-
sitting
That's gonna be
there.
the session. Wait, give me a treasure.
We proceed forward with caution.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
You are coming up on a train station.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
Oh god.
And so,
or rather, you realize it's much less grand than that. It is just a signaling station instead. There's like a tiny house essentially built into the side of the tunnel
yep.
for, well, like the signal master to be in, and there is a branch in the tracks,
All right.
and there is light inside.
So, what are the norms of exploring? Like, do we ignore lit structures? Do we introduce ourselves as travelers? And wait, sorry, this is the Signal Master's house?
Yes.
Then no, we do the polite thing. We walk up to the house,
Knock on the door.
knock on the door very politely. Hello, the house.
Hello, house.
Oh, it's been so long since I've said hello that way.
Would you like a cookie?
Would you like a cookie? Keep
The
smiling.
door opens and a hairy, just messy head pops out, looks left and right and goes, "Get off the tracks! Get off the tracks immediately! A train might be coming!"
We do so.
Right.
Yep.
We are not in the
We
tracks.
move.
So,
I was hoping we weren't traveling in the tracks to begin.
Yeah, no, we're certainly not walking on the tracks.
you
walking.
can just about walk off the tracks. But really, it's a train tunnel.
Okay.
Right. There's
Oh,
So inside, it's a very much lived-in space. There's a total of 3 people looking at you. And yeah, it is a single master's house. There's a sofa or two. They've converted the middle of it for that. Like there's a pot over a campfire, or like more permanent campfire with like bricks around it and everything.
Yep.
The walls are covered in timetables with notes around them. And yeah. Did you see the train?
We only saw a signal, and I described how the signal changed letters.
Oh yes. It's time. It's time. You, pull the levers. One of the people inside goes and moves a couple of levers, and there's a clanking sound and rattling running down the thing towards the signals.
We would share food with you.
Specifically cookies.
Well, no,
never
it's,
a bad of cookies.
it's you have a pot of stew on. We would add some of our food to it, and we would all share a feast.
Put cookies in the stew.
So you're being
it's
friendly with these
hospitality.
people. They're somewhat guarded with you, but
Yeah.
sure, do make a compel plus technology roll
I will so help you with compel.
to have a nice friendly encounter with them.
Right. So as I'm talking, I'm poking to the overstuffed backpack of the unclaimed.
Alright,
Bottomless bag of cookies.
Like you're helping. I'm involving you in
I'm
the
helping.
situation.
I'm helping. I take
Alright.
out my cookies and I put them on
So 3 dice.
Compel technology, 1 assist. Yeah, well, there you go. Okay.
smashed it.
Yeah, you sit down, and it is actually quite nice to have warm food and to relax for a couple hours. The relaxation is only ruined a bit when they get into a massive argument about how to interpret the sacred timetables. Because they are, like, again, what day it is, because on different days, on different holidays, the trains run differently.
Do we have any sense of this?
You can certainly contribute to it, say, by going, oh no, it's definitely not this holiday, it's, this day.
Do
Good
I have
friends.
anything interesting with ravening knowledge that would actually help with something like this?
Remind
Would
me
I be able
what
to discern things?
ravening knowledge is.
The glimpse of the truth that ravaged your frail mortal mind give you power.
So there is just about 0 power here. This is a cargo cult
okay.
of a train.
Yeah, all
They're
right.
trying to summon the train by observing all the rituals of a station master.
Yeah.
Friends, we would certainly not wish to distract you from the timetable. Can one of you be spared to lead us to the edge of this station safely? Now that we have eaten together?
Okay. Sure. The person that lost the argument about the timetables will swear up and down and just storm off and just signal for you to follow him.
We follow.
Yes.
About how long do you folks want to continue?
Well, we can wrap up soon because we.
Well, yep. In that case, we're at the let's get to some then.
Which is
Yeah,
actually
that's
what
what
is
I
going
was-
to happen because I only rolled 2 events for this journey, but you do need to nail this path
Yeah.
down if you want to.
Do one of you want to nail the path down?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that, but I also want to use my once a session roll to see whether or not you see a treasure.
So you probably want to do that inside the station.
in some. Okay, all right. So
no,
let's
sorry.
let's nail the.
Inside the signal master's house. Right, that would be a logical place
okay.
to have something valuable.
Yeah.
And
okay.
and so do we want to roll this back?
Yeah, let's roll it
Yeah,
back just a
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Let's
Alright.
do it then. All right. So what's valuable there?
Oof. Okay then.
Oh, it's obvious.
Ditto.
The
The
book.
holy timetable book. It is a great feat of
It is a great
technology.
challenge.
It tells us how to repair the signals and how to read the signals.
Yeah.
Of course, they will not share that with you.
No.
Do you try to
No.
leak it?
No, I do not try and nick it. It's meaningless to me anyway. Like, yes, it is a massive treasure, but
Well, but you
More
can trade
important
it for,
Yeah, I mean, it
Reducing
is a
stress
meaningful
and nothing
treasure
else.
for the...
they are never going to trade that. We are not going to find. We do not have anything that they would trade it with. It is literally going to be a matter of either we steal it and we never get out of here.
I mean,
or
these are
we
3
and just move it
fairly
there. We can
miserable
always come
people.
back for it.
You can probably take them. And
I'm just saying we
Maybe
know
it'll
where
be
it
for
is.
their
Like
good.
one of the things that I actually want to do with this is actually just mark out where all of this stuff actually is, because we can always
well,
come back
remember
to
that
it.
that is in
We
fact
will be
not the
returning
case,
at some point.
because next time there might be something different here.
Oh.
These people will still exist.
okay.
they'll
We
just
locked down
exist
how
in
many
different places.
encounters, not how many, or not what the encounters.
Yeah.
Oh, Kat? May
Yeah.
I suggest that while you're in the hut that you use some narcotics?
Mm,
'Cause
no,
you...
because
no?
I actually want my mind stress to be over 4.
Oh, all right.
Because otherwise I can't use my mastery. So, and like I've been thinking
Yep.
about this, where you should actually draw that line.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I'm sort of actually happy to keep taking mind stress and clearing all the rest of my stress, and then take my mind stress back down as a 1d6.
I'm going to raise a point that you have no spells that you cast.
That is actually
Yet.
true.
So,
I mean, you
while
always
your-
get
your
more
strat-
stress. Yeah.
Yeah. So while your strategy is excellent, and I support you in this,
Please don't die.
it does you very little good at present because you're not actually rolling on spells. Your discovery
No.
of treasure is automatic.
Yeah, I just worry about.
All right.
Also, so narcotics never. It's not a finite.
No.
No.
You
You
have
find more.
unlimited narcotics.
Oh, I thought that's why I haven't been using it.
Oh no, it's once per session.
Right.
Yeah, you just score
Right.
some
Okay.
more
Sorry, I
somewhere.
misunderstood.
Can I?
All right.
That was actually one thing I was going to bring up too. Can I, since we've made friends with these dwellers, can I use my once per session of wave my badge around to give us, or convince them to give us shelter here for a little bit, so that I can
Absolutely.
rest this exhaustion away?
Absolutely. If others want to stay here for like half a day,
I
at
did
least.
really well.
Any
Yeah,
fallouts
yeah,
and
definitely
anyone
did
wants to
well.
rest?
Yeah, no, like if this is a nice place to stay, I'm hurting like hell.
Yes.
So I'm not opposed to recovering here.
So it's
Yeah.
not really a haven as such. They
Yep.
don't have resources for you to offer to you or to trade with you. But it will make sense that if you just sit here and just relax a bit, it's fine.
Well, and like I'm sure that the Unclaimed shares a bit of her narcotics around, which is why she'll.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but you don't try to steal their holy book of. Well, let's say it's not the timetables because they're A on the
Okay.
wall and B kind of worthless.
Yeah.
But there is a manual for maintenance of the signal box,
Okay.
and that is a technology artifact essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Well-
you are a junk mage, so this is your thing, Cat.
This is your junk.
I know. I also just rolled my narcotics, which that all count as a. So.
Right. So you're now quite happy. All right. So how much stress do we heal?
Well, that is what I was trying to say. You don't, because this is not a haven, and in a haven you will be trading resources to heal stress.
Okay.
There is no automatic. You just heal things. It makes sense.
Do we get to downgrade our fallouts at all?
You downgrade
so
the fallout
speak-
when you give up healing stress. So
Okay, so us staying around doesn't actually do too much.
No.
well, so how would we interpret this?
And also, these people are made out of meat, so I am not interacting with them.
Yeah. Does not care.
I am. Well, if you had resources to give them, perhaps this could be like a D4 supplies haven. I'd be okay with that.
Or I have lots of things I can give them. Be more specific.
Actual
Well, no, we
resources,
don't have any rated resources.
other than your
okay.
horns, I think.
Yeah. And
Steal
frankly,
their book without them seeing, then give it back to them. Being like, I found this timetable dictionary.
I don't have steel, so I can't.
I can't do that
Sneak,
either.
I think, would be the skill.
I mean, no, because basically I'd offer Mend to help them, but I don't do technology, so this isn't. There's no good trade of, lend me the book to repair something. It doesn't work. No, I think we're good.
Okay.
This isn't our vibe, our jam.
Okay,
So let's just keep going.
cool. Well, you haven't nailed down the spot.
Oh yes, who's nailing this place down?
What do I need to roll for it? I'll do it.
Well,
You describe how
yes.
you're nailing it down with
And-
your broom and scissors, and
Well, with my broom, with my scissors, I have effectively. I can't map out anything because I took all my
No.
ink and I still haven't done anything right. But I do just start as a junk mage trying to get a sense of things. And that sense of things is slightly crowded by the fact that I don't actually have
Rust and
anything
iron?
to write on. But I do like the look of tracks, and I do like the way that they kind of, scatter themselves around, and they're not entirely repaired. And I do notice what's going on with some of the nails around the place, and I try and use that to create an image in my mind of what this could be, so I can draw it down later. And as a labyrinthine, this is quite fascinating.
Yeah, so I'll need to figure out how labyrinthine will actually work. But for the time being, I'm tempted to suggest that you can create a labyrinth out of their timetables. They're already very confused about timekeeping. If you make it worse for them...
And they let me do this, obviously.
Well, they have zero consensus on what time is it, what year it is, how to interpret these things. Half of the timetables are missing. You can absolutely go, oh no, clearly this, just rip this page out, stick it there, cross this time out. It is actually 25th hour.
I do this.
Okay, would you like to make a compel plus technology roll?
Yes. Except it's going to be risky because everything is now.
That's not great.
So, Kat, you do realize that you could have said no, that one of us should have...
I think I might actually have to do that because I can't risk this again. This is how we ended up in the labyrinth.
All right. Then I shall...
You've got labyrinthine. You can do exactly the same thing, just without.
No, I don't have labyrinthines, Cat.
Don't you?
I don't have that fucking Fallout. No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No,
Oh,
you're the one
sorry.
who's insane.
Uh,
So I'm just thinking about how to use. So this definitely seems like a mend to me. Ah,
Okay.
I know. I shall use. So this is the path of dioramas. Just at
the path of diorama.
just as the bones of beasts were previously, I can build a symbolic model of the tracks because this is a place of ritual and of
They
time.
would actually love it.
And so I'll use mend technology because it's a technology place to build this place in miniature. Path of
Wow.
dioramas.
Yeah.
Diorama life. I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay. They will. Okay. So basically, you're introducing them to the wonders of toy trains.
Yes, I'm building a tiny train set.
Yes. Train set, train model, awesome.
And I do ask for the to use, like, to inspire me. I don't actually know how reusing resources works, but it seems like it's an appropriate resource to use. Like, we're not taking it away, but I want to use the signal handbook to make an appropriate train track.
Well, okay. So the handbook is for maintenance of this place.
Yes, which is important for the rituals of the place.
Sure.
Which is why it's an appropriate resource to use when nailing it.
Yeah.
the
Well,
real.
I mean, you're not using it up, and sure, I'll give you mastery for that. I don't mind.
Yay, 3 dice. No one helping? Awesome. Oh, we are so going to die. We are so going to die.
You're fine. What are you talking about? You make an amazing train set for them.
Yay!
And
Like, I imagine that I just start playing with it after a while.
they absolutely join in, and you have a feeling that from now on, they will be concentrating their efforts on the train set. Because clearly, if they make the train come in on the model train station, it will come in here.
That's exactly how that works.
I have fulfilled the cargo cult.
Yes.
Papers about this. It's horrible.
So this path has been nailed down, and because there were only 2 events on it, you are now approaching the sump station once you get one of them to lead you the rest of the way. And the train tracks actually go into it. because some station is something like a maintenance station, or was like a maintenance station. There are stone stairs going down, and like it's all walked place, right? It's all man-made structure. And these stone tracks, they just disappear into black water.
Wow. That's amazing.
Because the entire place is flooded, and you in fact know that there are rumors of treasure sunk in there, or at least vending machines. And I think with this we will stop for tonight, because this is a decent place to end the game. Well, thank you for playing.
So who's hit their beats?
Yes, let us figure that out.
Yes, let's have a look.
I completely forgot that I had not yet as a core thing, that I could have just not gotten exhausted or not gotten the effects of getting exhausted.
Yes, I will not remember your abilities. I am... Well, seeing as it is going to be a short campaign, I want to be quite liberal with just giving you more abilities to play with. So I'll say that Jets, deny yourself an opportunity due to Order's beliefs, will be fulfilled by you giving charity, essentially, to the War Mother.
I lost my opportunity to walk the Crimson Path because I got distracted by
You weren't trying to do that, but well interpreted broadly. You lost the opportunity to eat. Dano is, yes, named the Heart Quoth.
No, sorry, I didn't name the heart. I named Quoth.
Yes.
Get it right.
Yes, sorry. Quoth has been quothed.
Yes.
And then claimed has gained authority within a faction that can help you learn more about your goal. What is... So we've had this conversation, but tell me again, what is your goal that gaining authority with Labyrinthines will help with?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
How will gaining authority with Labyrinthines advance your goal? What is the goal?
Oh, right, because it means we actually get like pure, unrestricted, unmitigated access place that we're going to end up using to gain knowledge. Like we've already got it, but we're basically going to be able to use it for whatever we want.
I think so. I'm looking at your character description, and that specifically down here there's true power to be channeled.
Yeah,
and that you have recognized the labyrinth as a place of power
channeling. Yeah,
and so it's not about the denizens; it's about using it as a font of power.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So all of you
So let's actually write that down as turn the labyrinth into your personal into a font of power in foretelling, just so we remember.
So yes, tick off those story beats, and all of you get a minor advance for next game.
I want to propose an argument for repair or make amends for a major damage that is in some way your responsibility. Cat getting captured was in some ways my responsibility.
I think you didn't actually end up saving her.
We went back, we found her, we saved her, and then she gave me cookies, proving that amends were made.
Nah. I think I'll want more major damage than that.
So let's actually be some of these, just so that Kat and I don't choose the same damn again.
Well, they have different callings, right? So you should be fine.
We in fact do have different callings. It doesn't help.
Well, okay. My real question is: so did I? What did I get from my calling time around?
So you hit the beat of a minor.
It says major.
It's major.
That was my major. That was my major.
Holy shit, Kat!
Yeah.
Well done.
Sure.
That's why I was asking about it.
Well, we have reshaped the stupid thing to be a place of power. Like.
So yes, that means that you get a major.
It took
ability.
most of the session. It worked for a major.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. You get a major ability.
Okay, cool. So I'll get a major ability before next turn round. Okay, and I'll
Well,
make sure that it's a fucking spell, so I can start
Yeah,
using all
let's
of my.
actually talk through these things.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that on the week, I think.
Yeah, we don't have to do that live.
Yeah, take
Yeah,
a
we
week
can
to
take
evaluate
some-
the skills.
Although I can absolutely sell that you might want to grab.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and this is it. Like I need spells.
Yes.
Actually, need.
And
so
I should
bad.
probably take another combat-related.
Well, I like how when you're
Okay,
presented with
so
an
let's
opportunity
have
for
fair.
combat, you
If
either
you
slip
take
through
another
it
combat
or just go,
it's
oh
really
no, they
easy.
seem like nice people, I don't want to hurt them.
Take the one that gives you a combat skill.
Kill.
Kill or hunt.
Yeah, that's probably
Like,
what I was looking at next.
anyways.
Yeah.
And then if you folks tell me like what domain you're thinking about that I should go for on Discord, that'd be great. But until then, bye.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thank
you for playing.
and thank you, stream.